All right, we are recording. So
Awesome.
everyone, this is Hope. I'm super excited for Hope. I was telling Carter, my husband, like right before this, I was like, I'm so excited because Hope was one of those people that like I fangirled over for like the
Oh
longest
my
time, and
God.
then we became friends, and I still fangirl, but I'm like, it's just cool that we're
Oh
friends
my
now.
God. You're so sweet. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much for having me. Hi guys. I will tell y'all just like not like I'm gonna go like quickly, like I'll tell my story, but just kind of like the quick version so we can get into answering some questions and stuff. So obviously my name's Hope. I'm 24 years old. I'm from Northern California, born and raised in this little tiny town, farm girl through and through over here. And I started this business. It'll be 3.5 years. I think it's 3.5 years like today, like literally this week. And so whenever I started this business, I had 2 jobs. I always had multiple jobs, guys. Like 15 years old, I was like babysitting, like selling stuff at the farmer's market with my mom. Like the word hustler, like should be my middle name. Like that's always what I've done. And so I was bartending, I was working at a grocery store, and I was in 3 classes at the time, and my wedding was like 6 months away. So when people tell me like, I'm so busy, I'm like, honey, like you don't even know. Like I literally had Sunday nights and Tuesday mornings were the time that I wasn't working or at school. And so I started this business with a girl who I had actually gone to high school with. She was expecting her daughter at the time. And so she was posting about how she wouldn't be able to make money, like being a stay-at-home mom. And I was skeptical, I think that I had heard just a lot of things about this, like about like Mary Kay or like Avon. And so I was thinking like, I don't have time to like do parties. Like I don't have time to like buy all this like skincare and have it sit in a closet. And like but I was really, really interested in the products. Like I said, I was getting married in 6 months. And so I was like trying to grow out my hair. I was trying to like tone up my arms. I had like a strapless dress I was trying to like wear. And so I was like, you know what? Like, I'm just going to hit her up and I'm just going to ask her. And so she told me about the products, and that's kind of just like what hit me over the head. She told me about the hair, skin, nails, and I realized I couldn't afford $33 a month for hair, skin, nails. And I was like, bruh, like I work 60 hours a week and I can't get myself some freaking hair vitamins. Like, what is my life? And so we had a credit card. I was not supposed to touch it. It was supposed to be for wedding stuff only, but I actually pulled it out of our underwear drawer and it was $99 at the time, y'all. This $20 kit thing is like ridiculous because I spent $99 plus the $33 for my hair, skin, nails, because I was getting that. And I maxed out that credit card completely. Like that was it. The card was done. And so when Tyler got home, my fiance, now my husband, I basically was just like, guess what? And he was like, what? And I was like, I started a business. And he was like, I had the car. Like, how did you start a business? And I was like, we'll see. And so I had absolutely no idea what I was getting myself into, but I think there is something to be said for me spending that $150 because I was gonna make this work for me. Like it was not like it was not like, oh, it's just like $20. Like it was $150. I was like, I gotta go sell some freaking product. And so I did not have a big social media following. I had like 200-ish people on Facebook and about the same on Instagram, but I messaged every single person within 48 hours, guys. And it was probably like a terrible message. Like I would never have anyone on my team send this message now, but I was like, hey, I joined a health and wellness company and blah, blah, blah. But you know what? I was so jazzed and I was so fired up. And I literally talked to everyone that I worked with. I called my best friends. And so I did. I got my first 4 LCs in like 48 hours. The girl who signed me up was like shook. And because she had only been doing it for a couple of months. And so I earned my 120 in products credit. I sold 3 of the wraps that came in my kit. So I made $75 cash from that. And then I remember I made just enough with that first commissions check. So like by the time I got to my 30 days, I had made my money back. And so I just knew, I was like, I've already made my money back. There's already nothing to lose. And so I just kept running. But I think one of the craziest things is I didn't sign my first distributor until the end of my 2nd month. So I was out here, I was getting customers, I was talking to people, but what I said, I was like, I can't sign a distributor. I can't sign a distributor. So I finally got one. Lord bless her. She's been with me ever since, and she's been such a blessing. But I know that's not normal, right? Usually you sign up your first, I mean, not normally, but a lot of people sign up their first distributor and they're like nowhere to be found. So I got lucky there, and God, you guys, I was so busy. Like, I had 10 minutes on my lunch break, 10 minutes running from one job to another, 20 minutes in between class, 30 minutes of like literally holding my eyes open when I got home. And I just made it happen. So I joined September of 2015. March of 2016, they were doing an emerald bonus, a $2,000 emerald bonus. I literally earned that bonus on the beach on my honeymoon, you guys. And I will never forget that feeling of like, we were laying on the beach and I got a text, and it was my upline. She had sent me a screenshot of my e-suite, and like it said like emerald. And I was like, and I looked at Tyler and I was like, I'm going to make us so much money with this business. Like, that was the moment that I was like, I'm literally sitting here on the beach, haven't been at work in 2 weeks, and I just made a $2,000 bonus. So the next part of my story is one that I definitely didn't share while it was happening, but I feel really compelled to share it every time I share my story now. And that's that from March 2016 to March 2017, I had to go through a whole thing, y'all. I had to go through a whole thing. I have anxiety. I struggle with depression. We got home from our honeymoon. We decided to be adventurous and spontaneous and move away from home. And I sunk into a really, really dark place. And it made me not a good leader, first of all. And so most of my team quit. And then it just made, I don't think I added a single person to my Facebook all summer, but I was like mad that like I wasn't going diamond. You know what I mean? I was just in this mindset of like, I knew what I needed to be doing, but I wasn't doing it. And then I was like mad that no one on my team was doing it. And then people were like quitting, and I like couldn't understand it. And so finally we get to October and I get paid as an executive. So I had been seeing these like $800, $900, $1,000 paychecks, and all of a sudden I make $160 in October. And I just remember like literally have like, people say like a come to Jesus moment, but I literally had to like sit down and have like a come to Jesus moment. Like, God, like, I've been in this business for over a year. I know that you did not bring me this far to only bring me this far. Like, I need, like, am I going to quit or am I going to go diamond? Because those are my two stinking choices, and I'm not giving myself another option. And so, guys, I was getting paid as an executive and a low Ruby. I got my butt to conference in 2017, February of 2017. We literally bought top ramen to make in the hotel room, guys. It was so bad, but I came home, and at the end of March, I went diamond, and I earned a $10,000 bonus, and it changed our entire life, my entire life. We decided to move home, and we got our own apartment, and I spent the next year just working part-time. And then last March, I went double. And now this March, I'm going triple. And it's just been the craziest journey. And we'll talk a lot more about kind of like personal development and stuff. But the biggest thing I can tell you guys that happened between October of 2016, where I was getting, making $160 as an executive, to March, where I made $1,800 as a diamond, was just, I got over myself. I realized that I could not and should not ever expect anyone on my team to do what I was not willing to do. And I needed to be the runner that I was waiting for. I needed to be the mass. And like, we always say like, oh, I'm just trying to find my rock star. Like, oh, I'm just trying to like find the person on my team who's going to be a mass enroller. Like, no, honey, like you just need to be a mass enroller, and the people will follow. And so, I literally turned around, you guys. I signed maybe 25 distributors my entire first year, which sounds like a lot, but that's not even your steps to success every month. So it's really not that many people. And then in 2017, I signed 100 distributors in a year. In 2018, I signed 160. And this year I've already signed 57 distributors since the beginning of the year. So, being a mass enroller is literally just like, I literally sat around telling myself like, I'm just not really good at signing distributors. Like, I'm more of a customer enroller. And then I just got over myself, and I was like, you know what? No, I have a story to share. I can enroll distributors. And like, that was like the biggest turning point for me. So yeah, that's my story. That's where I am now, going triple diamond. so awesome.
Yes, I'm so excited for you. It has to happen in March because it's been March. So
I was like,
I just feel it.
The sweat is on. It's like the 12th. I'm like, But I will also say, like, Diamond, I kind of walked into a little, not that I walked into it, but I got home from conference in February. And by the end of February, I was only like 1,200 away. So in March, like literally on the 25th, like it just happened.
Yeah.
But what I will say for Double Diamond, y'all, if you would have asked me on like March, like 22nd, if I was going Double Diamond last year, I would have been like, oh, I don't know what to tell you about that. Like, I don't know, but it's not like I felt that way and I wasn't working. Like, I was grinding, like I was staying up late because I did, in my mind, I was like, you know what? Like, even if I get really, really stinking close, like I'll just be closer next month. And that's always the mindset you want to have, is like, there wasn't even a bonus for Double Diamond, y'all. Like, I was just like, you know, it's okay. And then we got to the last 2 days of the month and I needed 900 volume. And I was like, we got to do this. And so I sat down in my living room. I think I slept like 3 hours. I signed 14 customers in 2 days. And like 7 of them were Target Trio. So like 80 volume. And I just like did it. And by 5 o'clock on the 31st, I was a Double Diamond. So I keep reminding myself of that. Like, even if it seems really far away, it can still happen. And so you just have to stay grinding and just stay leading from the front. And like, even though today, like, you guys can see me, like, I'm total hot mess today. I feel like crap. This pregnancy fatigue is like no freaking joke. But I've been up until 11 o'clock midnight, like on Zoom with anyone on it's literally just been me and one other girl on my team on Zoom that late. And like, we just grind because I just know like it's going to happen and I want it to happen this month. And so I'm not going to give myself the option of, oh, it'll just.
Oh, there you are.
Sorry. Yeah. My husband called.
Oh.
He'll probably try to call again because he doesn't get that, like, if I decline it, that means that like I'm busy.
Yeah. I love what Cheyenne said one time. I forget in a video or what it was in. She's like, promote or die. And I'm like, yes, promote or die. That's like my favorite thing.
Yeah.
Die.
Yeah.
Okay. Literally. So I just
Literally.
have a couple questions for you and then I'm just going to let you speak some life into us.
All right.
So the first one is, how did you and how do you still work with such a busy schedule? Like you said, you were planning your wedding and classes and working and all that stuff.
Yeah. So literally, you guys just need to like not psych yourselves out. Like, I feel like so many people feel like they need to they need to sit down and like have their coffee and like have their planner and like have their phone and like have this like time like set aside. I literally worked in my car on my breaks, running across the parking lot late at night, waking up early. You will find time, and you don't need a lot of time. I feel like people think you need like an hour. No. You need 10 minutes. Put up a post, add 3 slides to your story, add 100 people on Instagram, send 25 messages. That's like not even 10 minutes. Like, if you just like are just like ready to go and just focused. And so I think it's not about spending 6 hours a day. It's about spending 1 hour a day every single day doing income producing activities, scrolling on Facebook, watching videos, talking in your team chat. Okay, those are not income producing activities. You get paid to talk to people. That's it. We literally get paid to talk to people about becoming customers, talking to people about becoming distributors. So if you only have 5 minutes, you better not be spending those 5 minutes scrolling through your team chat to see what you missed. You need to spend those 5 minutes making a post, following up with who you're supposed to follow up with, and adding new people, so that when you have more, so then the next 5 minutes you have, you can message. The next 5 minutes you have, you can make another post. The next 5 minutes you have, you can post stuff in your story. So now that I do this business full time, which on April 1st will be an entire year of being a full-time rap girl, you guys, which is just like absolutely insane to me. But now that I do this even on my own schedule, it's almost harder to work when you just like have nothing to do all day. You wake up at 9 a.m. You're like, yeah, I got like 16 hours today. And then all of a sudden it's 8 o'clock and you're like, oh, okay. So make the pressure a good thing. Oh my God, I only have 15 minutes. Good. What can you do that is an income producing activity that you can do in those 15 minutes for your business? Posting, messaging, adding new people, following up, and creating bomb content. Like that's the key. So I think just getting over this idea that you like need to have like an hour set aside when you could literally just, every time your butt hits a seat, you need to add 50 people on Instagram. It takes it, and people just, you psych yourself out. You think like, I just have no time. Busy is not a thing. Okay. And there's like how, like I had 2 jobs. I worked 60 hours a week. I had 3 classes. I was planning a wedding. But busy is a state of mind. You can only be doing one thing at a freaking time, guys. And I know as women, we think like, I can multitask, like it'll be fine. You can't actually multitask. You can only be doing what you're doing. And all of us have 24 hours in a day. So stop saying you're so busy, I'm too busy, blah, blah, blah. You might have a lot of stuff on your to-do list. You might have a lot of stuff going on in your life, but you have 10 minutes to sit down and work your business if it's a priority. And for me, I had spent $150 that my husband was not happy with me about. I was working 2 jobs that at the end of the day, I freaking hated, even though we're not supposed to like say stuff like that, are we? Like when we have a job, when we have like a quote unquote like good job, we're not supposed to be like, oh my God, like this is the worst. Like I'd do anything. Like we're like, we can complain about it in passing and there's memes about not wanting to go to work. But at the end of the day, we're supposed to just like suck it up and just not do anything about it. And I was like, no, dude, I'm doing something about it. And so even when I used to, every single lunch break, I used to go to the break room and sit and chat with my coworkers. When I started this business, I went out to my car on every single break. I was like, I don't have time for you, excuse my language, bitches who I know are talking crap about me behind my back. I don't want to hang out with you in the break room. I want to make money. So I'm going to sit out in my car and I'm going to send messages. Like, and within 8 months, I was able to quit that job. And I have people who to this day are still working there. So just get your priorities straight and just stop thinking that you need all of this time, and just take 10 minutes when you can find it, 5 minutes when you can find it, and just utilize it.
Yeah, I have the baby now, but I feel like I definitely worked more when I still worked full-time as a nurse, rather than I'm here and I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I'm like, where did my day go? It's 7.
I know. And it's like 8 o'clock and you're like, I got to send messages. Like, what's going on? I know, it's crazy. But, and then that's the other thing too, I think at the end of the day, like, let's say you have a crazy ass day, guys. Let's say like the kid is sick and the thing is crazy and the dog runs through the house with muddy feet and your husband's in a bad mood and like all of these things are happening to you. You have a big test tomorrow you got to study for, and you don't do what you know you need to do. Like, let's just throw it out there. Like you don't send the messages, you don't make the post. Give yourself some stinking grace, and don't let one day turn into 2 days, turn into a week, turn into a month, just because you're so salty at yourself for that one bad day. Like, we all have bad days. You guys, I had a miscarriage at the beginning of October. Okay. It was the hardest thing I've ever been through. I took one day. I cried all day. I sat on the couch. I watched The Notebook. I ate ice cream. I knew I was going to have to completely fall apart, get it all out of my system. I didn't message that day. Okay. I didn't post that day. Okay. But the next day I did, because I understood like, okay, bad days happen. Bad things happen. This is really, really freaking hard, but it's not going to stop me not doing business the next day and the next day and the next day. It doesn't do me any good. It doesn't do you any good to turn one bad day or one, told you he was going to call again. Turning one bad day or one bad situation into weeks and months of missing out on your business. Like, missing that one day was not actually that big of a deal in terms of like the consistency of my business. Missing a week would have been. Missing 2 weeks would have been. So I want you guys to just keep that in mind too. Like, I'm definitely not sitting here saying that stuff doesn't happen and you can't have total insanity, life chaos. Just don't let it take a day, take an hour, take a morning, take an evening, take a night, turn off early, but then wake up the next morning and get back to doing what you know you should be doing for your business.
Yep. I always say take a shower. That's kind of like my team's thing. Anytime I feel like I'm in like a bad mood, I'm like, take a shower. We probably have the cleanest team here because we shower all the time. Anytime like someone's in a bad mood, I'm like, go shower. You just need to shower.
Yeah, seriously.
Okay, so what are some of your best tips for newbies? Just some quick, your favorite tips for newbies.
So this one is a little, this one's a little woo-woo, so just stick with me a little bit. But my biggest tip, and I was thinking about this earlier, my biggest tip for newbies is you need to get and cast the vision for your business as soon as possible. Okay. So yes, you should be posting. Yes. I've literally mentioned the basics of this business like 77 times since we've been on this Zoom. You need to post, you need to message, you need to add new people, you need to follow up. But more importantly, you need to have the long-term vision of this business. I was literally talking to my dad yesterday, and my dad has been in business, been in sales, been in management for like years. And I was like, it's so crazy to me how many new people come into this business, and when they don't get the immediate yes, or they don't get the immediate sale, or they don't immediately have 27 people in their inbox from their first post, they think they can't do this and that nobody is interested. And you guys, like, it's a bit like, it's a business. Like, you have to be consistent. You have to have the mindset of every single person that you talk to, you're just planting that seed. And I cannot tell you how many people in the last 3 months, these 57 distributors that have joined my team so far this year, I mean, literally half of them are people who straight said, no, I'm not interested at some point in 2018. Like, I wasn't even following up with them because they said, no, I'm not interested. And I was like, okay, girl, have a nice day. And then 6 months later, here they are on Facebook. Wait, so it's only $20 to join your team? And I'm like, yes, it is, girl. And I would absolutely freaking love to have you. But if you are a brand new person, you have this mindset of people are saying no, people aren't responding to me. You know, such so-and-so, you know, said she was going to order and she didn't. And you quit. You're not going to be here in 6 months when they're ready. But Allie will, and I will, and you will see them join our team and you'll go, oh, she told me no, but now she's on Allie's team. And it's like, yeah, that's business. That's business. So you need to have this vision for your business of where do you want to be at the end of this month? Where do you want to be in 6 months? Where do you want to be in a year? And if you're having a hard time with like feeling discouraged, feeling like nobody's interested, you need to come back to this, like, every no is a not right now. And every single day you are adding more people, and every single day new people are turning 18, and every single year we're opening in more countries. So you need to, your mindset of just being right here and just keeping yourself small-minded, like, no, honey, this business has been around for 18 years and we're not going anywhere. So expand your vision of what you think this business should be like and allow yourself to have that consistency. And you need to just like make a deal with yourself that quitting is just off the table. Like, just stop saying like, oh, well, if it doesn't work out in 6 months, I'll quit. Oh, if it doesn't work out in a year, I'll quit. And I joined in September. The following October, I got the smallest paycheck I had gotten for my whole business. And if I would have quit, I never would have seen that 4-figure paycheck. So you have to just take quitting off the table and just have the mindset of a business owner. And then you just need to, I mean, you guys, I don't even know what y'all's team page looks like or what your all team chat situation looks like. And I know you have more than I did when I started. I just know you do, because I had YouTube, I had Jade Hooper's YouTube and a team chat with people who had been doing it like for like 3 months. I learned how to do this business from Jade Hooper YouTube videos and trial and error. So you need to just be willing to just throw yourself into it and like Caitlin just said, this is plan A. Don't give yourself if this doesn't work out, I'll just go get a job. If this doesn't work out, I'll go to another company. Another company is not going to be any different. A job is just going to take your time away from your family. Like, you just need to decide that this is what you're going to do and have the vision that it is going to last. and just lean. I mean, I know how amazing Caitlin is. I know how amazing Allie is. Like, you guys just need to lean, like, they're here for you to lean on them. So if you're not asking questions and you're not sending screenshots and you're not using the tools and the resources that I know that they have for you, then that's on nobody but you, you know, as a new person. So I know that they have, I mean, you guys, they probably have even more than my team does. So you guys just need to lean on them and be willing to be coachable and just use the tools that are given to you. Allie is situating the baby.
Sorry.
You're fine. No, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay. What's a tip for an emerging leader? So someone that's like newish and about to go Ruby, about to go Emerald. I even have newbie like in the past couple months charted Diamond.
Right.
Now. So what's a good tip for emerging leaders?
So we literally just did a leadership collaboration Zoom with my emerging leaders yesterday. And so I'm not sure, like I said, I'm not sure how y'all do like layered leadership and stuff on your team, but here's what I need to say to you. It is not your responsibility to make your team successful, but it is your responsibility to be there for your team and to be leading from the front. So if you are a Ruby, as in like you have 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 people under you, it is your responsibility to go to those people. You can't make them post, you can't make them message, but you can go to them and say, hey girl, how's it going? Hey, have you gotten up any host to post today? Hey, do you have any screenshots to send me? Can I walk you through some conversations? Have you been added to the new post ideas page? Even if you did not enroll them, it is still your team. It is still your promotion. And then on the flip side of that, as much as it is your responsibility to make sure that they're connected and they're getting what they need, and you're building that personal connection with them, you must be the hardest worker on your team, period, end of sentence. And if you're expecting, well, no, my team is working hard, good. You should be the hardest worker on your team. I tell my team every single month, I dare you to outwork me. I dare you to stay up later. I dare you to work harder than me. Send more messages, sign more people. Freaking do it. I want you to. But I'm running. I'm going. The pace of the leader is the pace of the pack. So if you feel like you've got nobody on your team that's working, you need to look at what you're doing on a daily basis. And this is something that Jade said to me when I got into the Diamonds and Above page, which has just really, really always stuck with me. And basically what she said was, you know, being a good leader in this business is just about being a really, really good distributor and then just turning around and showing your team exactly what you're doing. So you don't need to be like this incredible, like diamonds, like double diamond, like years under your belt. But if you post a story on Instagram and it gets you a customer, you need to share that story with your team. If you have a bomb conversation with somebody and it gets you a distributor, you need to take screenshots of that conversation and send it to your team. You need to be loud and proud and just leading from the front and just be the if you are not enrolling the most on your team, like, time to go like you have to be, and that's my goal every single month, is that I want to be the top enroller on my team. And then you can, because then when you do need to have those coaching moments with people, when you do need to call up, you know, maybe you're trying to go Ruby and you've got a Ruby leg that's like, you know, maybe she's fallen behind a little bit, you can feel she's getting discouraged. If you try to call her up and say, hey, I haven't seen you, blah, 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 you haven't been posting, but like, you haven't been posting, she's going to be like, who are you to tell me that I'm not posting? So this is like, I had a situation the other day with last month with an emerging leader, and, she hadn't enrolled anybody, not a customer, not a distributor all month. And I called her up and I was like, hey girl, what's going on? And she was like, my team's not working. And I was like, honey, I can see eSuite, you haven't enrolled anybody either. And I wouldn't feel comfortable calling you up if I hadn't already enrolled 27 distributors this month and asking you what the heck is going on. And she was like, no, you're right. And so you want to be able to coach people from a place of, that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. That's the only effective way to be able to coach the people that are on your team.
I love that. Okay, so the last question before we cue Alicia Keys. So I've seen like lots of distributors like upset that their kit is taking so long to get here. So with you being pregnant, how are you promoting products without having them in your hands? Because we have a lot of people getting so.
Yeah, Callie, you tell them.
You tell them. We have a lot of people that are like that they're here. They're like.
So, I mean, I already told y'all, like, I already had my first 4 customers before I even got my starter kit. I had never tried a product. I had had nothing. Like, I had no greens. I had no hair, skin, nails. I had no wraps. I had nothing. And this was back when the starter kits only had the wraps in them, right? And the $20 kit, like, you get to pick, like, sample pack or wrap pack or whatever you want. So, you need to, like, this is your belief in this company needs to be at 100 out of 100 the second you hit the join button. And I know it's hard. You haven't tried the products. You haven't made any money yet. But do you really think that Allie and Caitlin would be sitting here with these pages full of pictures of testimonies and success stories, and you're getting on Zooms with different people every week telling you their success story and their product testimony if this stuff didn't work? No, we wouldn't all be sitting here if it didn't work. So you have to just have that literal, like, your belief needs to be on 100 about these products and about this business opportunity. And that's how you sign people without having your starter kit. I think people get so psyched out. Like, they think, oh my gosh, people are going to ask me if I've tried them. And then when I haven't, like, what am I going to say? No one ever asked me that. No one ever asked me that in my first week. Oh, well, have you tried it? Literally nobody said that to me because I just went in and I was like, hey, I've got these products. They're bomb. Here's some results. Look at these. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Do you want to try them? I can give you a discount. And people were like, yeah, great, girl, sign me up. Look at these before and afters. They weren't me. I had literally never opened a wrap before. Like, I had absolutely no, and this was before the wraps were better. This is before the greens were better. This is before stinking keto coffee. Like, you guys have to just wholeheartedly, and this, people ask me all the time, how do you enroll so many? My door just like opened by itself. Is my house haunted? Like, what is going on here? I think it was just the wind, but you guys just have to wholeheartedly believe that this is the best opportunity on the planet. This is the best product line on the planet, because that confidence that you have is going to be what gets people to sign up. So yeah, I would just say, I mean, you guys, I know a lot of people are freaking out about this back order stuff, y'all, but we are so hot right now. Like, can you go on the website? I dare you to find a product that's not on back order right now because it's so good. It's so effective. People are getting such good results. Like, people are like freaking out. Like, it says out of stock. No, you need to be talking about pre-order. You can pre-order your business kit. I can get you started today and we can get you making money tomorrow. Let's go. And you just need to just know that, like, our products wouldn't be out of stock. Your starter kit wouldn't be like late in the mail if our company was not just like on freaking fire right now. So you can either use it as an excuse or you can jump in and become a part of this momentum. And I mean, God, there is so many before and after pictures, literally more every single day. The It Works Pinterest. We have that new post ideas page that literally just has so many results, pictures. Like, just if you need some excitement, y'all, just borrow some of mine. I'm like so jazzed up about this year. Like, I'm so pumped. Like, people are like, and so they're like, oh, like, are you even selling the TFX? Heck yes, I'm selling the TFX. You see the results coming in 28 days from that stuff? Holy moly. I'm like, you need this. I don't care if it's not at your door until July. Like, you need this right now. So you guys just need to use the excitement and the momentum and just see it as just the best thing that could ever happen, instead of, that's how your whole life is. You can look at something as an excuse or you can look at something as a reason. So look at your starter kit not coming in as a reason why this business is on fire and why to go out and share it even more.
Yep. I love that. Okay. So this is what I warned my team about. I gave Hope full permission to go red on us as much as she needs to.
It's so funny because, you know, I this business has changed me. Okay. This over the course of the past 3.5 years, this business has changed me. You guys, I came into this business as not just a negative person, but a very judgmental person. And that's just kind of who I was. And so when I came into this business, I was so red, it made my team quit. So I like to think of myself as like a nice orange now. Like I've totally like been able to like personal develop myself into this person who I get it. Life gets really stinking hard. I don't know if any of y'all even believe in this, but Mercury has been in retrograde all week. I'm like, I don't even know what day it is. Like it has been so hard. Communication has been so sticky with people. It seems like as soon as you make the decision to change your life, there's going to be 27 things that happen that make you, that for you, you're thinking, oh my God, that's a sign that I can't do it. That's a sign I'm not supposed to promote this month. No, that is the devil. You guys, you cannot do this business. You cannot be successful in this business if you are waiting every 7 seconds for a sign that you can't do this. You need to be so laser focused on your why and exactly what this money is going to go towards, that the things, your washer breaking and your dog getting sick and the car breaking down and the this and that. And I have talked to like 27 people whose jobs have like lost people. And so everyone's like working more hours at their day job than like they're used to. And so they keep coming in and they're like, Hope, I just can't do this. I'm like, no, that's why you need to do this, so that you don't have to rely on this job that gets to tell you when you have to be there and where you have to be and what you have to wear and how long you have to be there for. So you don't have to do that anymore just to take care of your family. So you need to stop arguing for your excuses and your limitations, and you need to start arguing for your dreams. Like when life comes at you and is like, well, you could do that, but you only have one car and your kids are crazy. You need to be like, you know what? I'm doing this for my kids and so that I can buy a dang car. So life, you need to just sit down and let me do my freaking thing. And that is going to mean you're going to have to set your alarm earlier. Okay, I worked 16-hour days and I set my alarm 30 minutes early. Did I want to? No, I wanted to sleep for 30 minutes. But I did it, and within 7 months, I was able to stop working those doubles that were literally destroying me. So you need to just get your priority, get your why, like just get it straight in your head and be so laser focused on it every single day that when life tries to argue with you, when things in your life try to argue with you about why you can't do this, you can literally hit them back with your own argument. Like that's all it is just life hits, you hit back harder. Like you can either let it knock you down, and like I said, I'm not like Allie said, take a shower. Life smacks you in the face, go take a hot shower. Wash your hair, do a scrub, put your exfoliating peel on, cry your eyes out, and then get out of the shower, blow dry your hair, and get back to work. Like this business is never not worth it. And, you know, me and Caitlin just did that overcoming fear Zoom last week. And one of the fears was like disappointing people, right? Like having this all be for nothing, right? Spending this time, sending these messages, making these posts. I'm so scared it's all going to be for nothing. It's only for nothing if you quit. It's only for nothing if you let it be for nothing. So don't let all of the time that you have already put into this business, the money you have put into this business, even though for some of y'all it's literally $26, that's how much I spent at the Applebee's to take me and my husband out for dinner, okay? You have to decide that this business is it's not just a business either. It needs to be bigger than that. It can't be, oh, my It Works business. Decide that your dream life of what you want, the reason why you press join, is so much more important than everything else that's going on in your life. And that's it. Period. End of sentence. And if you need to take a break and take a shower and watch Gossip Girl and cry and like, you know, like I do, guys. I do. I'm pregnant. I'm hormonal. It's hard, but it's still worth it. And I still show up. And I think that that's just no one is going to do it for you. Like, this is like this is at the heart of my like fiery redness, is just nobody is going to do it for you. I don't care if you are the diamond on somebody's double diamond chart. I don't care if you're the one of the rubies on someone's emerald chart. Like, no one is going to do this for you, for your family. Being a part of someone else's promotion is only going to take you as far as that, right? Like, that's it. So you need to figure out why you want this for you. And at some point, the dreams that you have for yourself are going to be bigger than anything anyone is expecting of you. And I've had to like super psych myself up to go triple diamond, because there's nobody on the planet who wants me to make $12,000 a month as much as I do. There's no one on the planet who's like, oh, you need to make $12,000 a month. Like, no, everyone thinks that's crazy. My aunt literally looked at me like I had gone insane when I told her that was how much I was going to be making this year. So no one is going to care about your dreams and your goals as much as you are. So nobody's going to go out and do it for you. This business is literally the most simple thing in the entire world. The only thing that's holding you back is whatever's going on up here. It's telling you that you can't do it. And your perception of how much time you have, and your perception of, you know, the kind of person that you are. Nobody gets to tell you the kind of person that you are. You don't even get to tell you the kind of person that you are. I don't care. People all the time, they're like, I'm just like so awkward. I'm like, why do you say that about yourself? Why do you wake up in the morning and be like, I'm just shy and awkward? Like, don't you know you can tell a different story? Don't you know that every single day you can wake up a brand new human being? It's entirely up to you. I have anxiety. I have depression. I go through these things, and it sucks sometimes, but you still have a choice. I have been in therapy for almost a year, y'all. You always have the choice about what that is going to look like for you, no matter what you're going through. Physical health, mental health, family life. Like, you are, what is it that Ashley Mayfield always say? You are the captain of your ship. You are the captain of your business.
I was about to say, you're a heifer.
Yeah.
She says all the time.
You are the captain of your ship. And she, you know, it just could not be more true. And so I spent the first year of my business sitting around and pointing fingers at all of the reasons why I wasn't where I was wanted to be. She's not doing anything. She hasn't signed a customer, and she's not posting. And I got over it, and I built a brand new team. And the team that went emerald was totally different than the team that went diamond, is totally different than the team that went double. And I only have a few people from that double chart that are coming with me to triple and beyond. So you need to just in the words of Pam Souter, the queen herself, get over yourself. Realize that there's no difference between you and me and Allie and Caitlin and the millions of other leaders, except for we get over ourselves, we show up every day, and we give ourselves grace, but we don't give ourselves excuses. And there is a huge difference between the two. And just keep dreaming bigger. Like, I feel like people just get so, I just want $500 a month. Good. You should make $500 a month. And then when you get there, you should want $800 a month. And then when you get there, you should want $1,000 a month. And even if you're like, I don't need that, like, I'm just a stay-at-home mom. Okay, want it for the people under you. Okay? As much as like going triple diamond is going to like literally be like my life's dream of when I started this business, looking at going triple diamond and being like, oh my God. And I want to make that much money because we have some debt we need to pay off, and I want to buy a car, and I want to buy a house, and I want to have a savings account for this baby that's coming like so quickly. I'm literally looking behind me at like the girls that need to go diamond so that I can go triple. Like, I want this for them. Like, this past year of being my own boss, like, I want this mom to come home to her babies. I want this military spouse to be able to pay for her wedding. I want my best friend, the girl who I signed up as my very first distributor, she's getting married in November. I'm like, honey, you need to go double. You need to pay for this wedding in cash. You'll be able to stay home with your babies when you start having them. Like, if you can't want it for you, you need to want it for the people that are under you. Not more than they want it themselves, but like, if you need help getting over that hump of like dreaming bigger, then help as many people as you can, make $500 a month, and all of a sudden you'll be a triple diamond.
Yep.
Like there you go.
Yep. I was telling someone the other day, I was like, promotions happen with rubies. Like that's all it comes down to.
How many people can you help make an extra $500 a month, and all of a sudden you'll be ambassador?
Yep.
So get over yourself. And that's, you know, if you're like one of those people who's like, that all sounds great, but like, I'm just still so scared. I don't think there's a single person, if you're on this Zoom, then I assume you're one of these people. I don't think there's a single person who would be like, God, I'm so mad that It Works was brought into my life. What? This business is such a blessing. Like, you not wanting to reach out to people about it, you not wanting to talk to people about it, like that is rude. You don't know who needs this business. You don't know who's broke. You don't know who's struggling. You don't know who needs this support system, these friendships. So when you're sitting behind your computer and you think, oh, I'm not going to reach out to her, blah, 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 you are prejudging what she needs and might get out of this opportunity. And that's just not okay either. So get over yourself. Don't be selfish. And just don't give yourself, I don't know. We just can't see like all of our minds are here, and that's why personal development is just so important. And then just plugging in with other people. Like, not everyone on my team super relates with me, and that's why I have them go follow Caitlin and go follow Jade and go follow Allie Frazier. Like, I want them to have a full range of, these are all the kinds of people that can be successful in this business. Just because my specific story doesn't tug at your heartstrings doesn't mean there's not someone else in It Works that's going to do that for you. So find who your like person is, not to compare yourself, but whose story like really like gets you, and remember that if they can do it, then you can do it too.
I'm not going to say who, because I'm not going to call you out, but one of my girls, when I said you were on this Zoom, she's like, she is my person right now.
Oh my God. That makes me
love you.
And literally, like, I just love y'all so much, and I love pouring into sideline teams because, like I said, I literally learned how to do this business from YouTube. So I just need you guys all to, like, you guys are so funny. You come up to me at conference and you're like, you're a real person. I'm like, honey, I'm more real than you know. This is you. I wish y'all could come sit with me on my couch for a day, because you would be like, oh wow, she's so normal. And you just have to. Jade posted something about this morning in the team page, and I just thought it was so poignant. It was like, you need to stop like thinking that like those of us who are like making a full-time income like are these magical unicorns. Like, we're not. Like, we're people. We are wives, we are daughters, we're brothers, we're college students, we're moms. Like, we are real people who just decided to do something different, and there's absolutely 0% difference between you and I, besides just the amount of time I've been in and the amount of work that I've put in that time that I've put in, and the personal development that I've done. Like I said, I was so mean in 2016. Y'all didn't know me then because I wasn't a diamond and above, but I was rude and I was so mean to my team, and that's why they all quit. And so you just need to just love what you do. Don't you just love what we do, Allie? Like, I just wake up every morning just feeling so blessed and just obsessed with what we do. And it makes it so much easier on those days when volume isn't where I want it to be. And it does feel like a lot. And then I just feel this little baby doing flips. And I remember how many incredible people I've met. I'm like, you know what? Like, blessed to be a blessing, y'all. And just really genuinely, joyfully enjoying what I do every single day. And that speaks so much to people who are watching you, both your team and your potentials.
Yeah, I loved my nursing job. It was probably the best like nursing job that you could have, like as a nurse, the best unit. I worked with moms and babies, but I would still cry on my way to work sometimes. And I've never been like crying on the couch, like, oh, I have to sit here with Callie and send out messages.
And that's, I'm definitely like, this specific like work for home life, like, it's not for everyone. And if you've got a career that you just like adore, and that, I think that's amazing. Like, you know how many people like are teachers and they like love teaching kids and they love hanging out with kids every day, but it just doesn't pay their freaking bills or allow them to go do anything or like buy a new car or like take a vacation. So it doesn't have to be, your dream doesn't have to be a full-time rap girl stay-at-home mom. Like that does not have to be your dream, but you do deserve the life of your dreams, whatever that looks like for you, regardless of what it looks like, what my dream life looks like to me, what Allie's dream life looks like to her, you know? And when I started this business 3.5 years ago, being a stay-at-home mom was not on my radar. I was trying to buy a new car and pay off some debt from our wedding. Period. End of sentence. It was not about being a mom. It was not about buying a house. So your dreams will develop over time as long as you know, let them. So yeah, I think that we're just in a really, really incredible time. We have 20 days, you know, including today, we have 20 days left of this amazing month and just these crazy bonuses right now. And, you know, if you have codes, I mean, I hope the kits are $99 again someday. And I know that people are always like, no, like, why do you say that? But it is. It's because when I had to invest $99, I took this so stinking seriously.
Yeah, and no one's like, oh, I just wanted to try the products.
I'm like, no. I want people who are dead serious about changing their life. I want people who had to come up with the $99 to join. And that's not to say I haven't had some incredible people join my team for $20 and $49. I just think that at the end of the day, that mindset of I had to put $100 into this, and so I'm going to do whatever it takes to make this work for me. Like, that's the kind of chutzpah I'm looking for in my new people, you know? So yeah, it's just an incredible time right now. So just don't let it go to waste. Don't let it slip you by. Even if it's a bad day, you know, take a minute, take 30 minutes, take an hour, and then let's get back to it. Because if you don't sign them up, I will.
Yeah. Take your shower and get back to work.
Yep, exactly.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for hopping on with us. This was awesome. Hope you just like speak life into all of us. I don't know how many times, like, I share your like income producing activity video weekly. Like, I just went on our team page and I was like, if you need the link to this video I'm talking about,
Good. I'm so glad. I love doing this for y'all. Thank you so much for having me. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon.
All right. I'll see you in a couple days on yours soon then.
Sounds good. Bye, guys.
All right. I'll upload this to YouTube probably tonight.